Welcome to Softball 360, powered by Monster Athletics. I'm Dakota Vandenberg, and it's time to listen up to the sound of softball.
That's a damn laser!
Let's stay focused. Don't change your swing. You're gonna make outs changing swing.
That's it again! There you go! All the way!
Coming up next on Softball 360, powered by Monster Athletics.
Stay there! On the ball!
The world's greatest softball home run hitters start the journey to determine a champion. The Monster Militia Stadium Power Tour is fully engaged and ready to ride. All summer long, the Sluggers travel the nation, staging a one-of-a-kind home run derby at MLB parks. First stop, Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres. One of the prettiest parks in the Bigs. Can Jared Scud Messersmith repeat his amazing rookie performance? Will Chris G-Man Greinert live up to his potential? At 6'6" and close to 300 pounds, he has plenty. And for Monster Athletic slugger Tim Martinez, hitting at the home of his number one sports hero Tony Gwynn will provide plenty of motivation. Later, cross the border as the Team Monster Athletics travel to Hermosillo, Mexico for a softball expo to benefit the Mexican Red Cross. Softball show bombs for charity and a chance to show our southern neighbors the power of the Monster Bat and FIB technology. Those stories and much more straight ahead. Reporting from Target Field, home of the mighty Minnesota Twins, here's your host, Dakota Vandenberg.
Welcome into Softball 360, powered by Monster Athletics. I'm Dakota Vandenberg here at the Minnesota Twins game. And it's time for the world's greatest softball home run hitters to go big. Now, Petco Park in San Diego is also the home of the Padres, and it's also the season opener for the Monster Militia Stadium Power Tour.
Welcome to San Diego, a popular stop on the Stadium Power Tour. San Diego is home to the U.S. Navy's Pacific Fleet, one of the largest in the world, the perfect setting for the world's greatest softball home run hitters. And as game time approaches at Petco Park, just what would you expect at a park named for a pet company? Petco always ranks as one of the best ballparks in the Bigs. It features a clever mash of old and new. Architects worked the venerable Western Metal Supply Building into the design of the park. And the Western Metal Supply Building has quickly become a target for the Sluggers. It all takes place in the shadow of the statue that honors Mr. Padre, Tony Gwynn. The Gwynn motto is one that Monster Athletic sluggers live every day. And for Tim T-Mart Martinez, getting a chance to slug on the same field as his all-time sports hero Tony Gwynn is a bucket list. Plenty of questions will unfold from this pristine field of dreams. Can Jared Scud Messersmith repeat his amazing debut at Petco from last year? He led all sluggers with 10 points and sent many show bombs to another area code.
Hopefully I can, redo what I did last year, come out with a win. But as long as we're all out here having fun, I think we'll all do pretty well.
Will rookie Tanner Gilmore hit as good as his dad? That's right. The softball does not fall far from the tree. Tanner's proud pops is John Happy Gilmore, a long-haul bomber from back in the day. And at 6'8", Happy Gilmore had the leverage to go deep with his natural power. Flip Washington has all the raw talent to hit 15 for 15, and that will be his goal. But can Flip settle into a groove and knock out the long ball like we all know he can? And the long shot, pitcher Ryan McClanahan. He knows his way around the mound, but can he work the plate as well? The answers are coming soon from the manicured field at Petco Park. The night before the tourney began, some of the sluggers needed to unwind. And the perfect way to go all the way live with a classic home run derby.
I think they get 5 swings each, and the team with the most home runs wins.
You got 2. We got 2, so we're tied up.
Sinister, definitely get a monster in your hands. The DNA mutated.
More Softball 360 powered by Monster Athletics after this brief timeout.
When Softball 360 returns, what slugger will come out on top in round 1 of the Monster Militia Power Tour?
Tanner Gilmore, Upland, California.
Philip Washington, Vegas.
Tim Martinez, Yuma, Arizona.
Ryan McClanahan, San Diego, California.
Jerry Messersmith, San Diego, California.
The answer from the well-manicured fields of Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres. And we're going to Old Mexico for a slugfest to benefit the Mexican Red Cross as we discover the international appeal of softball.
You guys? Deco Team Monster.
But first, a tip to upgrade your softball game.
We go out to the fields and we work on the 1-4 and the 1-6. That's usually going to be your biggest hole. And if you can get those down, save a home run, hit it through, get on base, then you got this. I mean, the game is very simple. Don't overthink it. Hit the gaps, work on the gaps also in BP, and just work on your swing. Stay back on the ball, drive it to the left center gap if they're shaded over, you know, or if they're shaded over the opposite way, work on your right center gap. There's always different situations that you can always work on. Just envision things and go out and practice it, and you'll get better. And people will see you get better.
Softball 360, the nation's only softball television program going on 15 years, is powered by Monster Athletics with the proven game-changing FIB technology.
Welcome back to Softball 360 powered by Monster Athletics. Softball is indeed an international sport, and for proof of the worldwide appeal, we're crossing the border into Old Mexico as the Monster Athletics Sluggers put on a home run derby for charity.
When you cross the border to Mexico, the first thing you discover is how much we all have in common, starting with a love of softball. But that's not all we share with our Mexican neighbors. The Sluggers quickly discovered how much they love slow-cooked, spicy Mexican BBQ.
Muy bueno. Woo!
The Monster Athletic Sluggers have been invited to Hermosillo, the capital of the Mexican state of Sonora. With close to 1 million folks, this is the 16th largest city in Mexico. Monster Sluggers, Ryan D-Train Daco, and Daniel Big Irish McClement have been invited to come on down and share their home run hitting skills. The Sluggers will take part in a home run derby to benefit the Mexican Red Cross. And the first order of business, meet the Mexican media.
500 good home runs. They want to know if it's if it's a myth or if it's real.
It's real.
With that all cleared up, it was time to head to the ballpark for BP, a universal and fun tradition.
First impressions is beautiful down here in Hermosillo. The hospitality is, excellent down here. They showed us nothing but the utmost respect. The field is amazing. It's going to be a great atmosphere tonight. Looking forward to it.
The event is a fundraiser for Red Cross, and we have a couple major ex-major leaguers, Vinicio Castilla, and the main event is the long pole bombers for the first time in Mexico. Well, we heard a lot of big stuff, and now that we're seeing them warming up, it's going to get really, really crazy tonight.
The ballpark that will host the event is Estadio Sonora Park, and it's the home to the Hermosillo Orange Pickers of the Mexican Pacific League. It's all grass and 400 feet to straightaway center and 325 to right and left field.
I just love the competition, the friends. We make lots of friends and travel the States and Mexico now. It's going to be fun. We'll see how big it gets.
Great weather, a big new ballpark, and an event that will raise much-needed funds to help the local Red Cross. All in all, the perfect place to stage a one-of-a-kind home run derby for the Monster Athletics Sluggers. When we return, find out what happens when the Monster Athletic Sluggers take the field for prime time. Muy caliente. Please stay tuned.
Welcome back to Softball 360, powered by Monster Athletics, as the world's greatest softball home run hitters cross the border for an old-fashioned slugfest.
Prime time, Friday night in Hermosillo, Mexico. It's a home run derby to benefit the Mexican Red Cross. Monster Sluggers Ryan D-Train Dacko and Daniel Big Irish McClement have been invited to help raise much-needed funds for the Mexican Red Cross. Part of the program featured some of the best young softballers in Mexico. They took center stage and showed us the bright future of Mexican sports. Local sports hero Vinny Castillo, who calls Hermosillo home, came out to slug a few rounds. Vinny played for several MLB teams in a 2-decade all-star career in Colorado, Atlanta, and Houston. Vinny was impressed by the power of the Monster Militia Power Tour Sluggers.
Bringing the Monster to Mexico. We'll do it. Monster DNA is going to win Mexico.
The ballpark is packed, and many of the fans have never witnessed the prodigious power of the Monster Athletic Sluggers. But that changed quickly. Daniel McClement stepped up to the plate to start the show bomb show. One after another are leaving his monster bat deep into the Mexican night. Up next, Monster Athletics teammate Ryan Dacko. The D-Train hails from Southern California and is one of the youngest sluggers in the game. But don't let his age fool you. He already has plenty of slugging experience to share. Dacko played baseball at the University of Massachusetts and was recruited to play in the bigs, but fate stepped in with an elbow injury that halted his career. Both McClement and Dacko were swinging hard, and the proceeds went to the Mexican Red Cross. It's true, sports transcends all borders, and softball has a way of bringing us all just a little bit closer. Who is the world's greatest softball home run hitter? The Monster Militia Stadium Power Tour provides the answer. All summer long, the Sluggers cross the nation, staging a one-of-a-kind home run derbies. Round 1 from Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres, is next. Softball 360, the nation's only softball television program going on 15 years, is powered by Monster Athletics with the proven game-changing FIB technology.
Who will be the world's greatest softball home run hitter? The quest to find out starts right here, right now. Round 1 begins at Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres. Batter up.
Welcome to Petco Park, the home of your San Diego Padres.
The site, Petco Park, home of the National League's San Diego Padres. For guests on the 20th floor of the Marriott Hotel, we hope your windows are closed, because here comes the world's greatest softball home run hitters on the Monster Militia Stadium Power Tour. The rules are simple. Each slugger gets 15 swings. Each home run is worth 1 point, except that last pitch, known as the money ball. It's worth 2 points and could be the tiebreaker. Leading off to test the friendly confines of Petco Park, welcome a rookie to the Power Tour, Ryan McClanahan. Ryan may be a rookie on the tour, but don't expect any nervous yips and jitters at the plate. Ryan has become a young team leader, and being a pitcher may be his edge. He knows how to work the plate to his advantage. Ryan is a lifelong Monster slugger and helps design and create the latest in bat technology. Good swing, solid technique, but McClanahan has a subpar day at the plate, but he will be back. Our next slugger is a young up-and-comer with stars in his eyes. Please welcome Tanner Happy Gilmore. Tanner beat the local competition and earned a chance to hit with the Monster Militia Power Tour. We could be watching the next generation of the Stadium Power Tour. Tanner has what it takes to make it on the Stadium Power Tour, and he's one of the best young sluggers in California and is swinging for the fences and his future. The softball does not fall far from the tree. Tanner's dad, John Gilmore, was one of the long haul bombers back in the day, and the proud pops had to like what he saw. Time for softball royalty. Stepping up to the plate at 6'4" and nearly 250 chiseled pounds is Philip Flip Washington. Flip is swinging his own model Monster Athletics bat. Flip played for nearly 7 years in the bigs until an injury sent him to the dugout. When he hung up the spikes, he moved into the ball. Flip loves the competitive nature of the sport, and the desire to be the best burns bright. Young sluggers, take note of Flip and his classic swing. Sure, he's as big as a house, but Flip maxes out with textbook technique. A solid shift at the plate, but still not his best work. Keep an eye out for Flip. It's time now for the future of softball. Jared Scud Messersmith swinging for Team Monster Athletics. He may look like a barista at a coffee shop, but he's actually the defending home run champ at Petco Park. 1 year later, Scud steps up to the plate with repeat on his mind. Scud hails from just 20 miles north of Petco Park, and a large flock of friends and family came down for the show. Perhaps the stress and anxiety got to the young'un. A strong show, but not the best from Scud. Please stay tuned. Stepping up. That's what Tim Martinez does best. This slugger for Team Monster got here with hard work and an even harder swing. Pound for pound, Team Mart is one of the toughest hitters in the game today. Tim calls Yuma, Arizona home and loves the sunny, hot desert for an early morning run. But Mr. T works his game with brawn and brain. You see, Tim has 2 master's degrees and will use his mental toughness to psych out his opponents. His dad taught him to love 2 things. Number 1, take pride and love America, and also to love and respect the mighty power of the home run. Tim has a few heroes, but at the top of the list are his father and grandfathers. They all retired from the armed services with over 60 years combined service time. For T-Mart, today was much more than a home run derby. You see, he grew up with the Padres, and he got a chance to meet, hang out, and get to know his sports hero, Tony Gwynn. After leading the pack with 10 big points, T-Mart got to ring the Padres bell to signal the start of the game. It also signaled the start of a new softball era. Congrats to Tim T-Mart Martinez of Team Monster Athletics.
This is my team right here. It's my squad, the Padres, growing up in Yuma, Arizona. They had spring training there, so to come out here and have a better performance this year and have a win, that definitely means a lot. This is awesome.
Congratulations, Tim.
Oh yeah, they're the real deal.
Yeah. They crushed them. Every single one.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Team Art. It's great to see someone's softball dreams come true. But that's all the time we have left for today. I'm Dakota Vanderberg. Catch us on social media and send me a story idea if you have one. And like I always say, get out to the park and play.
Mazda owner Kyle Bagnatori lives life in the fast lane with his custom truck known as Lil Blue.
I've always been a car guy. It's a 74 Chevy Love, which is actually really an Isuzu. One of the things I wanted to make sure I do is build me a car that's mine, that I built to my specifications exactly how I wanted to. We obviously took out the little 4-cylinder motor and put in a Chevy 4.3 V6 with a 68 millimeter turbo.
That thing is gonna, haul some butt on the road, I can tell you that.
Heavily modified front suspension, one-off. This is the only Chevy Love in the world that has that suspension. I actually engineered all that myself.